When you try out a new instrument,
Yeah.
what song or riff do you always play? Do you have something that you play all the time?
When I try out a new instrument, the first thing I do is play chords on it, so I can hear what it does. So I'll play. I'll play things like that, and I'll play single line. I want to hear the voice of the guitar, how it sustains, what its textures are, how complex the sound is, all that sort of stuff. And then how comfortable it is, what the neck feels like, the tension of the strings, all that sort of stuff. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's what I do.
It's a good tip
Thank you.
for other people as well.
All right. What's next, boss?
Next is, there's been a rise in very talented fingerstyle players.
Oh, that's
Who
good.
are some of your favorite younger players?
Well, there are great young players everywhere now. Joe Robinson is one of the leaders of the younger pack, you know. Because, I mean, I've been playing for about 55 years, and I feel like I'm just beginning, right? But I'm already the grey-haired guy from the previous generation, and I'm still out here doing what I can. There's a lot of young players. Sung Jung is playing great, and I saw some good players in Canada. I've seen some good players in Japan, in Italy, in Germany, I mean, everywhere. One of my favourite players is a guy from England named Clive Carroll. He's the guy to check out. His writing and his composition, his playing, his sound. He's a spectacular musician, Clive Carroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Okay.
And someone asks, we talked about this a little bit, but what do you do to take care of the joints in your hands and keep them so nimble?
Practice.
Practice.
I play and practice. Yeah. I've been very fortunate all my life. I've never had a problem with my hands. I've never had a problem with any of my bone structure, and because my mother had arthritis really bad, and I was hoping that I wouldn't end up with it. I don't even know whether I will, but I just make sure that when it's really cold that I wear gloves, because I don't want split skin. That's the only thing that I do. And I mean, I don't baby my hands. I don't, you know, consider myself like a surgeon or something. When I'm home, I like mowing the grass and chopping wood and doing normal stuff that dads do, you know. So I've never ever, you know, not done something because I was worried about my hands. Right. But I just play a lot, you know, play all the time and try to take care of my body.
But not too much.
Not too much. Try to take care of my body, that's all.
Good balance.
Yeah.
Okay, and
another question.
One more question. You play a lot of different styles of music.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, well, there's no greater feeling than playing your own compositions, you know. That's a very special feeling. I was talking about that today in another interview I did somewhere else on the other side of New York. But I remember the first time I started playing my own songs on stage, it was pretty scary because I had a lot of good songs that I was playing that were all covers, you know, and you can always lean on them as being something good, you know. But when you got to play your own songs, it's a whole new melody for people to get into. So I quickly learned to, you know, get to the point with the song and keep things moving and all that kind of stuff and make my arrangements interesting, you know. Chet Atkins said, fight mediocrity tooth and nail. Make your arrangements interesting, you know. So, I quickly learned that, you know, that if you got an introduction, make sure the introduction's interesting and not too long. Get into the song, tell the story, take the listener somewhere, you know. Right. So, yeah, that's really what has made what I do a little different from other players, because I'm a songs player and I try to tell stories using music instead of words.
Right. That's great.
Thanks.
And I have one other question. I wanted to ask you about the camp that you're doing coming up. Have you done those camps before?
I've done camps before, and they're incredible. They really are. It's like you never want it to end, because we're all there to learn from each other. We all stay together, eat together, play together, everything, and everybody becomes like a big family, you know. My camps are pretty big. Most camps, like if you go to Yorma's camp up in Ohio, you know, you'll have anywhere from 12 to 15, 13, 15 to 18 people. My camps are 130 people.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
and 4 teachers. So, and we rotate classes, and I do all sorts of stuff. I do one-on-one things with students as well. And then I have one of the other teachers join me, and then we teach stuff together, and we get a different view on things, and then we do student concerts, and we prepare the students for that. And I try to talk about everything from beginning playing to getting a sound, to understanding, to find out how to practice properly, how to challenge yourself in the right way, and how to know your limitations and all that sort of stuff, you know. And then we talk about songwriting, arrangement, stagecraft, performance, nerves. All that sort of stuff, the mind. We talk about everything.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh, I think it is. You know, it's like running away to the circus.
Yeah.
And people get sad when it ends, because they got to go back to real life instead of living with their guitar. You know. But I do a camp in Australia, and I do camps out here. This year, my camp will be at Big Indian here in not far from Woodstock.
Up there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's great up there. It's beautiful. And I'll have Joe Robinson, Jim Nichols, and John Knowles will be my fellow instructors. And it's going to be great. I also like doing stuff like getting them on stage and interviewing them and asking them questions about the reason why do you play this particular thing, or why did you start playing guitar in the first place? Things like that people never talk about. And what are you thinking when you're playing in front of an audience? Tell us what's going on in your mind. Stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
And it's fun, and it's good education for people, and it's practical. And I always try to approach things from the practical point of view. That is, I'm an example to you of a guy who makes a living playing the guitar. I don't do anything else. All I do is play guitar. I'm one of the luckiest people on earth. I know it because I make a living doing what I truly love. But at the same time, the reality is I have a mortgage and kids and everything like everyone else. And they're depending on me, so I better have it together. And that's really the bottom line. That's where I start. I live in and work in the real world. Here's what it's like.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This has been wonderful.
Welcome. It's been fun. And you can always Photoshop me out.